I have my son on the other side of the table here, and what he does, he looks up questions in Quora, and typically physics question, but in general, but science in general. And I'm going to do my best to answer them off the top of my head. What we can't answer online in real time, well, we take as homework. And I try to answer it for you tomorrow or as soon as I possibly can. Do a little research on it if I need to or whatever it takes. And so without further ado, my son is now going to ask me the first question. And you're welcome all, obviously after I answer the question, to put your comments, questions, anything you have in the comment section of YouTube there. Okay, and let's start the day.
Okay. Start off with a nice one.
Okay.
What is the biggest problem in physics that scientists are trying to solve today?
That's a nice one.
That's a nice one.
That's a violent one.
It's a big one. What's the biggest problem, or what is one of the biggest problems in physics that scientists are trying to solve today?
You know, there's
Biggest thorn in everyone's side.
they've made several lists of these, and they make them, I guess, every year.
I just saw.
And there's like
Wikipedia.
there's
a Wikipedia site page that's called "List of Unsolved Problems in Physics."
Which one's the first one? Read them out. Well, read all 10 of them out. Let's see if we can.
No, it isn't.
They've got to have a list there because they usually have the list of the most important, second, third, something like that. You know, they usually have lists.
Okay, here's one from NBC News: the 7 biggest unanswered questions in physics.
Okay, let's see. What do they have?
What is matter made of?
Okay.
Number 2 is why is gravity so weird? Okay, how more we might need.
These are the questions that they put down
That's
as
NBC News though.
Well, yeah, fine, but I mean,
not really scientific.
Not necessarily. Usually, it's science. It's the science division of NBC. They do
Well,
have
number
science.
3 is the first one on the Wikipedia question, which is why does time seem to flow only in one direction?
Okay.
Arrow of time. Why does time have a direction?
Well, again, the first 3 they have nothing to do with science. So we reject all 3 of them. Again, it shows that we have a problem, a more fundamental problem, and that's understanding what science is and what physics is about. We're trying to answer how does the invisible world work. We already know how the visible world works. You know, you have to explain why the window broke. You have your theory, and you say, well, it was a rock that Joey threw through the window, and the glass fell on the floor, and just broke the window, and the glass fell there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another guy says, no, your neighbor, he hates you, and he came in with a crowbar and just smashed your window. Another guy says, no, your dog jumped through the window. So you got all these theories, but we understand them all because we can illustrate every participant, every actor that we are using to explain our theory.
Or we can imagine them at least.
Right, you can imagine them, and you can make a little movie of them.
Yeah.
I can make a movie of The Rock. I can make a movie of The Rock, I can make a picture of The Rock. I can make a movie of The Rock flying through the window, breaking the window, and glass falling on the floor. I can show all that. And I can do it with a crowbar, your neighbor, with the dog, all those that are visible, we can do that, no problem whatsoever. Piece of cake. And we've left that in the past, and we call it classical mechanics, because we can all understand that. It's like, kids says stuff today.
It's straightforward.
Straightforward. And it's straightforward because it can be illustrated, because you can, not only imagine, because you can visualize, even closing your eyes, you can visualize each one of the actors doing their thing. But, if you can't visualize it, like, we have the E.T. or the Martian Klingon come here to Earth, we can make a movie and show them the movie and say, look, this is what I'm talking about. But what about the invisible entities? What about light, the mediator of light? What about gravity, the mediator of gravity? What about magnetism, atomic and subatomic behavior? How is all that being done? And that's where we run into trouble. We run into trouble because what mathematical physics has done, it's replaced objects with concepts. And so it focuses on the concepts and forgets all about the objects.